Okay, so welcome to part 7, and we are on to round number 111, and I hope that you have all managed by now. I know that a few of you had a problem with finding that skip stitch kind of thing. All the way there, people going, I can't find this skip stitch. But anyway, I just wanted to say that it's optional. If you come across pieces in the pattern that you don't like, that are not really totally integral to the pattern, you can just skip those. For example, these, the row of sort of leaves that I did up here, which was supposed to join up with our front post stitch so that it creates, it sort of sections off the corner, is, you didn't have to do that. That was completely optional, and I think I might have mentioned it in the video, but I'm not exactly, can't remember exactly if I did. Sometimes I say, I'm a bit like the Italian, if you ever watched Under a Tuscan Sun, and she asks her Italian friend about Italian going fast and robots and stop signs, traffic lights and all sorts of things, and he just says it's just, he gives his own interpretation, and she says, well, what about a red light? And he says, oh, it's just a suggestion. Anyway, so I sort of feel in a way that my patterns are it's just a suggestion. You can do this, but you don't have to. So so some of the things are integral to the pattern. You can't do without them, but some things are just a suggestion. Okay, so now we are moving on. So you can see I have actually put my blocking board, I put them on my table because they help to stop the blanket from sliding off my very smooth table. So so that's what this background is. This is a very long round because it's a lot of independent pieces. They are all the same, but of course you can do them in different colors because it is independent. So you can do them in different colors. You can color it up any way that you like. So that's the back. This is the front. This is the corner. So this is the corner at the moment. And we are doing 4 of these each side. So when I say corner left, I mean work in this section, left of corner. And if I say corner right, I mean work right of the corner section. Okay. So now this is, we've worked corner left, so we've worked left of the corner, and I've done 4 of these, and I'm picking up again on what we did back here. Okay, over there. Not sure how the light is today. It's very rainy, very cold, perfect weather. I love it. Okay, so we're picking up on these, and we kind of carrying on with them over here, and we're just doing 4 along here, and we're working into those spaces between our front posts. So now I'm going to just turn this around. So now we're working right of our corner. Okay, and we have got all these treble front posts and treble back posts. Okay, so now let me show you how we're going to space them. So, get some yarn. Where's my yarn? That's very odd. I had it here a moment ago. Oh, so I have to tell you, oh, there it is, that I actually caved. I was going to use up, I wasn't going to order any Skipper's yarn, but I caved and I went and ordered 3 more balls of the Ermelo because I could not find another colour that I wanted to use after this, because I've chosen these kind of Karoo tones and I didn't want to go lighter to make it, you know, more cool, and I really liked the kind of the warm tones in the Ermelo, you know, which really kind of match the sands and the sort of rocky bits of the Karoo. It just is a Karoo color for some reason. So I went and ordered three balls. 3 balls. Yeah, so much for me saying I'm not ordering any, I'm going to work through every single and so on. So I did. Okay, so my camera for some reason is a little bit seems a little bit close. Anyway, so there I ordered 3 balls of the Ermelo, and I ordered another ball of the Nijmegen, this lovely sort of lime green, because I'm going to be using it again, and it does sort of, it has that, you know, pop of color in the otherwise rather sort of drab colorway that I've chosen. But anyway, this is the colorway I've chosen and I'm sticking to it, and I might at some point redo the Karoo completely in one of the amazing colorways that I have seen coming through. Alright, so enough of the idle chit chat, let's get on. Round 111, and what we're going to do is our 4 little sets of leaves and flowers like that. We're going to have 4 sets running up along here, and they're going to be separated by 3 front post stitches. Okay, so those are the treble front post stitches, and where we're going to place this is we're going to count our double crochet front post, so that first double crochet front post that we do of the 4, you know, that we did over there, I mean of the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with the chains in between. So we're going to count that as 1. So I'm going to call them posts or something, like, because they look like posts coming down like that. Okay, so we're going to say 1 post, 2 posts. Right, and now where you have your 3rd post, which is actually the 2nd row of treble front post, double crochet front post, treble front post, or double crochet front post, okay, we are going to work, remember when I was talking about our ladders, our little steps? So when you work those front post stitches and back post stitches, you're going to get that sort of lattice type effect, you know, like that. And to me this looks like little steps, as I've said before. So now counting row 110 as the first one, and then we have the 2nd and the 3rd. So we're going to work into the 3rd. So we're working the 3rd post across. So there's that one, and that one. And then we're working in the 3rd step down like that. Okay. We're going to do what we did before with our little leaves and our little buds there. Although I think what I was trying to do there was say trees and apricots. Okay, so we're going to chain 4, and then we're going to work 2 trebles. So it's basically 3 trebles together, as we've been doing all along. So I'm trying to stick 2 similar stitches, and so that there's not too many stitch changes, okay, and that it starts looking really kind of more like a sample stitch piece of work. Okay, so we've done our chain 4 plus 2 trebles together, and that equals our 1 times 3 trebles together. And then you're just going to attach it after your next treble back post to your right. Okay, so you're just going to attach it with a slip stitch like that. Alright, then you're going to yarn over twice, and you're going to work into the second step, our second step up. We're going to do the same thing, and of course at this point the sun would come out and shine directly on where I'm working. Oh my gosh, of course it's been like dark and gloomy the whole day. Okay, then we're going to yarn over twice, and we're going to work into that space right next to our treble front post from round 110. Okay, like that. Ay, ay. We'll try that again. Okay, and then to the left of it, to the left of our post. So we're just going to refer to, when you think of it a lot, you know, in the way that I am, is that it's almost like a post of a tree, or the trunk of a tree with the leaves. And so when I'm making it or designing it, I'm thinking of it like that, and then it's a bit of a mental gymnastic to now go and call it by its technical term. Okay, and then we go down to our third one. So you've done this before, and it's why I decided to use this again, because you have done it before, so it's not a totally different sort of thing that I'm doing here, because I know this has been quite difficult and a bit complicated, a bit complex, just because it's a little bit different from, you know, conventional crochet. I'm just pulling my blind down. There we go. Okay, I haven't had sun all day, but now we do. And now we're just going to slip stitch the last one into the space after the treble back post to our left. So now let me show you. Okay, so you're going to have that little scrunched up thing, and then you're just going to pull it loose like that. Right, so now, okay, so you're just going to pull that to the back. You can pull, okay, so it's going, so just give it a nice pull. There you go. So it's going to look like that. So when you see what it is, then it's easy to figure out what, you know, what I've done there. Okay, so you've basically just created that little, here's your post or your trunk, alright, and then your back will look like that. So your back will look like that. So it's quite easy to work in your ends, quite easy to hide them. Okay, like that. And now the next one, we're going to count 3 posts, or should we call them trunks now? We can call them trunks of our trees, or our little, yes, why not, little trees. So now we're going to count 1, 2, 3, and we're going to start to the right of our next trunk, and we're going to do exactly the same. Okay, so we're working right next to our little trunk there. We're working 3 steps down. Alright, there's our back post treble to the right, and we're going to work to the right of our trunk, and we're going to work a slip stitch. We're just going to attach that with a slip stitch like so. A bit awkward. yarn over twice, and we're going to go into the next step up. So I'll just do this one more time with you. Right, so we have our 3 times 3 trebles together, worked to the right hand side of our trunk. There's our trunk. And now we're popping over to the other side. We're working the next one into the space to the left of that treble front post from round 110. Yarn over twice. We're going down the ladder like that. Okay, yarn over twice, going down the ladder again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yarn over and attach, and there's our treble back post to the left of our trunk, and we're working to the left of it like so. Okay, that's where we are attaching our first and our last 3 trebles together like so. And same story. You're just going to pull your tail to the back, pull your tails to the back. So what I've been doing is I've been finishing each section of 4. I've been doing the little bubbles and then working in all my ends. And it's a bit laborious, but I've been listening to podcasts, so there's so many fab crochet podcasts. There's the Grocery Girls, there's Bob Wilson 123. My favorite is still Afternoon Treats. So I listen to the podcasts while I'm busy working in all my ends and so on. The more kind of repetitive and tedious bits. Okay, so now that's 2. Then you're going to count 1, 2, 3, and you're going to work right and left of your 4th posts. So that's the first of the long ones. So these are the short ones, these are the long ones. So you're going to work. So there has to be 3. So there has to be 3 trunks between your trees. Can we say it like that? Okay, so your 2 trees, and those are 3 trunks. 3 trunks, 1, 2, 3. So you're working either side of this post. Then you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to work either side of your next. So this will be the next one, that one, and then 1, 2, 3, and this will be your next trunk. Okay. And then you should have 5 trunks to your left or right, whichever, if you're working, which, depending on which side of your corner you're working. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to be working into that one, 1, 2, 3, into that one. No, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Darn. Let me just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're working into either side of this one. 1, 2, 3. Either side of that one. 1, 2, and 3. Let me show you the finished one. It'll be easier to explain. Okay, so you've skipped 1. So you've skipped these two. I'm just calling, even though this is the double crochet front post, we're just going to kind of call them posts at the moment. So we've got 1, 2, and then you work into the third one. 1, 2, 3, work into the fourth one. 1, 2, 3, work into the fourth one. 1, 2, 3, work the fourth one, and then you should have 5 left over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I know I was probably totally awkward trying to explain, but you can see. All right, so imagine I have to, you know, go write this down and try and make myself understood. So there will be a lot of arrows going, work here, don't work there, skip this. Okay, so you're going to go off and do your leaves, but before you do, let me show you now. You're going to be working your bubbles. So I'm working the bubbles from the front. I know some people work the bubbles from the back, and then you've already got your little bubble kind of sticking out like that, but I work them like this and then just pull them. I kind of invert them. So you're just going to work between your leaves, and we're going to do 6 double crochets together so they're really nice and round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yarn over, pull through, and then just immediately work a slip stitch. Chain 1, slip stitch into your next space. 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 1. So you've got 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got 6 double crochets together. Slip stitch, back into the same space, chain 1, slip stitch into the next space. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. There we go. Right, slip stitch back, chain 1, slip stitch into our next space between our leaves. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, chain 1. Helps to turn it a little bit to the side. And now when you okay, so we are on to round number 112, and round number 112 we are going to be doing this. So I'm working with artificial light again because excuse me, it is very dark and very rainy, and we've all got colds and flu. August weather always like this, quite bad before we start launching into spring. So what we're going to be doing is in round 112 it's 2 parts, and the first part is this. So this is what you're going to be doing on your corners. Alright, so we're going to be working only into the space between our 3 trebles together where we've worked them into one space. Alright, so not those 3 trebles together where we worked them into the chain 2 space, okay, from the previous round. So I'm just going to so I don't have to show you how to do popcorns. Alright, so what we're going to do is work 2 popcorns into the space between our 2, 3 trebles together, and we're going to work popcorn, chain 1, popcorn, chain 3. Then into our chain 2 corner space, we're going to work popcorn, chain 1, popcorn, chain 1, popcorn. We're going to chain 3, and then we're going to work 2 popcorns. So popcorn, chain 1, popcorn into the space between our 2, 3 trebles together. So we should have 7. Alright, so we should have 7 popcorns, 4 chain 1s and 2 chain 3s. Alright, and then you're just going to fasten off. So it's one of the independent rounds. Okay, and the colour that I've used is Leek. So I don't know if you can see it so well in this artificial light. But we have used it before, or I've used it before. I don't think anyone's following this colorway. Okay, and then when you've done that, I shall see you at the second part. And the second part of our round 112, I'm using Ermelo. Yes, I finally buckled and actually went and ordered 3 more 100-gram balls of the Ermelo, because I have so many other colors, but not a single one of them. I just couldn't decide on what color I wanted to carry on with next, and all that kept on popping up in my mind was the Ermelo, but of course I'd run out. So I've gone against my promise to myself that I was going to work through my Skipper's color crafter stash. But I think I should finish these 3 balls. So then I will have used 6 balls of the Ermelo. Okay, so that's one of the colors. That's kind of a definite. You know, people are asking me for absolutes when it comes to how many balls I'm using. So I think I can confidently say 6 balls of the Ermelo. But of course people are using so many different colors and different, you know, it's so difficult to pinpoint. This is really a stash buster, so you know, you need a bit of everything. But I'm hoping that at the end of part 7 I will be able to do a more comprehensive list of exactly how, well, not exactly, but more or less how much yarn you're going to need. Okay, so now, second part, we're going to begin in that chain 1 space. Right? We're going to work 3 puffs. So I'm going to start with a single crochet. Sorry I'm a bit croaky, but actually my husband has been sick all weekend. My son is sick. Practically everyone I know has got this flu that's going around. At worst the flu, at best just a cold, and I seem to have a touch of it kind of in my throat, but it's not really. I'm touching wood. Touch wood, touch wood. I don't get sick. I don't want to get sick. Ugh, I hate being sick. Okay, so we're going to work 3 yarn over times 3 puffs, alright, into that chain 1 space. Then we're going to yarn over, right, twice, and we're going to work a treble front post over the double crochet front post. I think it was a double crochet front post. And then from round number 110, then we're going to yarn over and we're going to work 1, 2, 3. So we're going to work another 3. Oh, I really sound croaky this morning. Okay, so, and of course we're having delicious weather. It's cold, dark and rainy. My favorite. And then we're going to chain 2. So we're doing another 3 puffs, yarn over times 3, chain 1 to close, and then we're going to do a chain 2 for our corner, and then we're going to do exactly the same in our next chain 1 space. Okay. we've got that going on. Going to yarn over twice and work a whoops and work a treble front post. Of course, the artificial light is creating a shadow. Darn, I hate it when that happens. And so I can't see. Oh, there we go. Yarn over 1, 2, 3. So we're working another 3 puffs. 1, 2, 3. So I hope you can see what's going on here, because this artificial light isn't, you know, I don't think it's my, personally I just hate working under artificial light. Okay, so it's going to look like that. You're going to have 3 puffs, treble front post, 3 puffs, chain 2, 3 puffs, treble front post, 3 puffs. Right, then we're going to yarn over twice. We're going to work treble front post over our next double crochet front post from round 110. Excuse me, I hope I don't lose my voice. Then we're going to yarn over and we're going to work 3 double crochets together. Chain 1. So we're going to chain 1 to close, and then we're going to chain 1. Yarn over. So we're working these 3 double crochets together into that space between our next 2, those 2, 3 trebles together, like that. Then we're going to yarn over and we're going to work a double crochet front post over our next double crochet front post. Yarn over, and we're going to repeat the 3 double crochets together. Chain 1 to close, chain 1. Okay. Yarn over, and we're going to work a double crochet front post over our next. So it's going to look like that. Right, so your corner is going to look like that. Then we're going to work 8 double crochets. So we're going to work into the next 8 spaces, and we're going to start immediately before our next treble back post. So we're going to work double crochet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, so it's going to look like that. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to work a single crochet back post around the top of our treble front post. Our one, which I'm going to just for the sake of ease, I'm just going to call it the trunk of our tree. Alright, so right at the top there. So you're not going to see it, it's going to be hidden between your leaves. Then you're going to chain 2, and now where you have your 3 posts, so I'm just going to call these long posts because that's what they look like. They're just sort of almost like fence posts. Alright, so we're going to work either side of the middle post. So you're going to yarn over and you're going to work yarn over times 3 puff, like that, and 1 on the left. So 1 on the right, 1 on the left, so either side. Chain 1 to close, chain 2. Right, then we're going to work that single crochet back post again, chain 2. So you can see what's going on here. Chain 2, and again we have our three posts, like our fence posts. And then we're going to work right and left of our center one. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and again we're going to work single crochet back post, chain 2, yarn over, same story, 1, 2, 3, I think I'm going off camera, sorry. Need to maybe pull this a little bit closer. I hope I haven't been going off camera. Right. So you can see your little popcorns, your little puffs peeping out there. Then chain 2 and single crochet back post, chain 2. And we're back to working, oh no, we're not going to be working 7, we're not going to be working our 8 double crochets, but we are going to be working 8 double crochets, and you'll see what I mean. We're going to yarn over, and into our next chain 2 space, we're going to work 2 double crochets. So with our last 8 double crochets, we kind of work them in singles, but with these 8 double crochets, we're working them in doubles. So we're working 4 2 double crochets, like that. So we'll have 8 double crochets, like so. Okay, so it's going to look like that. Right, and then that's going to look like that. Okay, and you've got your 2. Oh my goodness, look at me. I went and did 1 puff. Anyway. So I was already counting ahead to my double crochets. You can't get ahead of yourself, sure. 1, 2, 3. You were probably all yelling, Jen, you didn't do your puff. There we go. Well, it's still very early, Monday morning. Okay, so then we chain 2, yarn over, and work 2 double crochets into our chain 2 spaces, our 4 chain 2 spaces from round 110. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Right. And then we are going to skip over our next double crochet front post, and we're going to work 2 double crochets before our next puff, and then into our chain 1. 1, 2, so we're just going to go all the way across like that. And then I'm just going to, I just want to get to the midpoint basically, because everything after that you're just mirroring what you've done, what we've just done. Okay, right, so we've got all those 2 double crochets. We should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 more. That's basically our midpoint. Okay. Now, basically, we are at the center point of the side. You know, we're kind of in line with the top of our bunch of grapes. So everything that I've done on the side to the right, you're going to mirror to the left. So you just keep on, so you just carry on with your 2 double crochets, and you're basically back there again. Alright, where you do your 2 chains, your single crochet back post, your 2 puffs, and so on and so forth. You just carry on all the way around and continue your next 3 sides. And then when you come up on your last side over here, and you've finished with your so don't get confused now. Remember that you have 4 treble front posts around your corner area. So treble front post, treble front post, treble front post, treble front post, and then you have 2 double crochet front posts, that one and that one. Okay, and then you're going to have your 2 times 3 double crochets together, chain 1, 2 times 3 double crochets together, chain 1, and then you're going to just do your last treble front post, and then you're going to do a slip stitch into your first puff to fasten off. So it's pretty simple, and I shall see you at the end of this round, which is round number 112, and we'll start round number 113 together. See you there. Okay, so we are on to round number 113. In round number 113 we have a few parts. Okay, I'll show you. So it's like that. Okay, so we're doing a whole lot of fluffy bits in the corner. So I'm not really sure that I need to show you how to do this, because it's all very simple. So I'm just going to show you. So what we've done between our 2 times 3 double crochets together is we've done 2 popcorns and a chain 2 popcorns. And what we've done between our puffs, as you can see, okay, so that is the first part. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've done the same on the other side like that. So I haven't worked in my ends, so it's going to look like that. Okay, so you're just doing normal popcorns, and we're doing them into those 2, 3 times double crochets together. And then between our puffs we're doing 3 times 2 double crochets together, right, like that. So we're not doing any chain 1s or anything like that in between. We're just popping straight over like so. So we're going to have 3, 6, 9, 12, so we'll have 24. 3, 6, 9, 12. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 sets on the right hand side of the corner, that's the corner, and 4 sets of 3 times 2 double crochets on the left hand side of the corner, like that. Okay, so very simple. We're not doing anything else. So this is your corner, but we're not doing any spaces or anything. We're just going along like that. Okay, I'm just going to stop there a moment so you can see exactly where you're working into. So you're working 3 between the 2 spaces, 3 sets of 2 double crochets together between the 2 spaces there, but not here. Okay, so you're not working here, you're just working between your puffs. If I've called them popcorns, you can see that they're puffs. Puffs, 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 popcorns, 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 popcorns. Okay, so remember to do a chain 2 in between your 2 sets of 2 popcorns, right? Okay, so you just need to do that 4 sides. Okay, so we finished with round number 113. Okay, so your corner should look like that. I haven't worked in my tails yet. So and the light has improved somewhat, but not much, but at least I've been able to turn off my lamp. Okay, so now straight on to round 114. Alright, so the colours I forgot to mention. This is the Gouda. That's what it's called, Gouda. Not quite sure how the Dutch pronounce it. Alright, so you've got your your popcorns, and this color is Lily Stud, which is a kind of a shrimpy pinky. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we are going to begin right of our corner. So we find the very first chain 2. Okay, so that's our chain 2 space. That's the first chain 2 space to the right of our corner. We're just going to work chain 3 equal to 1 double crochet and another chain 3 like so. Yarn over. I'm going to work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're going to work 7 double crochets. So we've got 2 double crochets into our first chain 2 space, and then we've worked 7 double crochets between our next 8 double crochets. Then we're going to yarn over and work a double crochet front post over the double crochet front post. We're going to work a single crochet into our first popcorn, chain 2, a single crochet into our second popcorn, yarn over and work a double crochet front post over the double crochet front post from round number 112. Then we're going to work single crochet, chain 2, single crochet again into the top of our popcorn, oops, yarn over once, work a double crochet front post over our treble front post. Now we're going to pretend that we are doing a single crochet front post over our first 2 double crochets together. Well, one is a chain 3. Okay, then we're going to chain 1 and we're going to work. So we're working single crochet front posts over our 2 double crochets together with a chain 1 in between. Chain 1 like that. But when we get to our double crochet front post from round 112, we're not going to do that single crochet afterwards. Okay, so sorry sorry sunbeams, but as much as I love you, you're going to have to just stay away for a little bit. Then we're going to do a single crochet front post, chain 1, 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 single crochet front post. Okay, chain 2, and we're doing that chain 2 because we're in the corner, in that corner space, corner area. Single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain, single crochet front posts, right? Okay, with our chain 1 in between, like that. Right, and when we get to our next double crochet, whoops, here's my blanket. We get to the next treble front post. We're just going, whoops, we're not going to work. We are going to work a double crochet front post over our treble front post. Okay, not a treble front post over a treble front post. Double crochet front post, single crochet front post, chain 1, single crochet front post, chain 1, single crochet front post, chain 1, chain 1, single crochet front post, chain 1, single crochet front post, yarn over, double crochet front post, single crochet into the top of your next popcorn, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet into the top of your next popcorn, double crochet front post, single crochet into the top of your next popcorn, chain 2, single crochet into the top of your next popcorn, yarn over, double crochet front post over your double crochet front post. Right, so it's going to look like that. Right, and like that. Okay, and then we're going to skip that double crochet. We're going to work 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we're going to work 2 double crochets into our next chain 2, skip over a single crochet back post, 2 double crochets into our next chain 2, yarn over, 2 puffs between our next 2 puffs. Right, 2 double crochets into our next chain 2, 2, 1, 2, 2 puffs. Same as before, yarn over times 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 puffs between 2 puffs, 2 double crochets into next chain 2 space. My yarn keeps on hooking on the edge of my mats because they've got that sort of wavy edges, you know, so those interlocking edges. Okay, 2. So we're working 2 double crochets into our chain 2 space. We're working 2 puffs, same as before, yarn over times 3, between our next, between all of our puffs. 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets. So those chain 2 spaces are now 2 double crochets, and then we are going to work 2 double crochets between our next 2 double crochets. Right, so I'm just going to leave you there, and you're basically just going to work that whole line of 2 double crochets. You're just going to work 2 double crochets into the 2 double crochets, and then you'll be back to your next chain 2 space, and you'll work 2 double crochets into your chain 2, 2 puffs between your next 2 puffs, and you'll basically repeat everything on the right. Okay, so this is kind of excuse me, your where your side A sort of ends, although technically it would be in the center here where you kind of reach the center spot. Okay, but it's all just working 2 double crochets between 2 double crochets, and then you just carry on with everything we've just done. Okay, so I shall see you at the end of this round, and when you get to your corner, okay, so when you get to this part where you started with your 3 double crochets equal to 1 double, 3 chains equal to 1 double crochet, you just slip stitch into the top and you wait there for me, and that'll be the end of round 114. Did I say 113? It's round 114, and we will be going on to round 115. Okay, so we are on to round 115, and round 115 we have got 2 parts. So this is the first part. So the first part, we working these bobbles 4 times. So I'm not going to show you how to do them because we did a gabillion bobbles over here. So they are double crochet times 6, okay, together. So 6 double crochets together for these bubbles. You're going to work them independently and then fasten off and work in the ends. And we're going to work them between our first 2 sets of 3 times 2 double crochets and the second 2 sets like that. So we're working them in between. We're just skipping our corner and then into the center place between our next 2 times sets of 2 times double crochets together. Okay, so you're working basically over the joining space and also the chain 1 space. Okay, so then you're going to go and do those into the next 3 corners like that. Okay. And of course the colour I'm using is Leeuwarden, that lovely orange that we've been using. Okay, for our little bubbles. So now for the next part of round 115, I'm going to go onto my ermelo. And now, you know, I have an obligation to finish every ball. I still have 2 more 100-gram balls left, and more than half. So I feel, seeing as I ordered them now, I'm obligated to finish them. So we're going to be starting in this chain 2 corner space from our round 114, and we're going to work a chain 3, and then we're going to work 2 double crochets together, and that's equal to 3 double crochets together. Then we're going to chain 2, which is our corner, new corner, chain 2, and we're going to do the same into the same chain 2 space. Then we're going to work double crochet front post over our next 3 single crochet front posts, and this is not so easy because we have to get in there and grab that single crochet front post right next to our bubble, and it is definitely a squeeze. So you're going to have to be a crochet sports person and wrestle them out. There we go. If you kind of move your little bubble over. So we're going to be working double crochet front post over our single crochet front post. A bit of a pain because, you know, they're itsy bitsy little stitches, but it can be done. Right, then we're going to work double crochet front post over our double crochet front post, and we're going to work double crochet front post over our single crochet front post, and just kind of grab that. Maybe not as elegant as it should be, but just going to fight with this little stitch. Come on, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Little stitches are so small. And the yarn is okay, so you're just going to make sure that we gather that all up neatly, and then just pop your bubbles to the front like that. So that's why you have to do those you have to work those single crochets like right next to the bubbles, so it will help to keep your bubbles from falling to the back. Okay, so it's going to look like that, right? Can I have a look? Then we're going to work double crochet front post, then yarn over, and now we're working over both of our chain spaces, the chain 1 between the popcorns and then the chain 2. We're going to work 3 double crochets together, and then another 3 double crochets together into that same space, working over our chains. Yarn over, double crochet front post, yarn over, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, double crochet front post over our next double crochet front post. Okay, so it's going to look like so. Right, then, or if I keep on disappearing out the frame, it's just that I need to move this blanket because it is literally folded up under my chin. So now, yarn over, and we're going to work double crochet into the first space before our next double crochet. We're going to work a double crochet between our 7 double crochets, and we should have 8. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, not 8. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Then we're going to yarn over, and we're going to work 2 double crochets between our first 2 double crochets that we made into our chain 2, like that. Okay, then you're going to yarn over, and you're going to work yarn over times 3, puff 2 times, one, 2, 3. Then we're going to pull that back. We're going to work 2 double crochets into the next 2 double crochets. So we're working 2 double crochets in between 2 double crochets. You know, that's pretty much what it's going to be, and we're going to work 2 puffs between 2 puffs, like so. 1, 2, 3, and 2 double crochets between 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets between next 2 double crochets, 2 puffs, yarn over times 3 between next 2 puffs, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yarn over, 2 double crochets between next 2 double crochets, 2 double crochets between next 2 double crochets, 2, and then, well, the rest is history. We're just going to work 2 double crochets between all our 2 double crochets, like so. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat what we've just done. So we're just going to finish this all the way, and then I'll stop it in a moment. Okay, so basically, you know, once you have finished this whole side of working your 2 double crochets between your 2 double crochets, you know, all the way kind of thing, then when you get to your next kind of little orange trees or your apricot trees, whatever you want to call them, then you're just going to mirror. So when you get to the end of this lot over here where you're working, okay, then you're just going to mirror everything on that side, everything that we've done. And when you come around up this side to finish, you're just going to work a slip stitch into the top of your first 3 double crochets together, like that. So it's going to look like so. Okay, like that. That's going to be your corner. Okay. Oh, that's pretty easy. It's going to go really quickly. Okay, I think that's it. And I shall see you at the end of this round 115 and the beginning of 116. See you there.